Hello dear friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rohit Lala. Today we are going to learn transportation model. Yes, one of the best chapter in operation research, and sometimes students feel it's difficult but actually it's not difficult. So in transportation model we have to remember that there are two types of cost we are dealing with. And in that first we are finding an initial solution, and once the initial solution is found, we are checking that that solution is optimal or not. Many times, no, we bargain with vendors, and once the vendor is giving a final rate, then we reconfirm it whether that rate is the lowest or not. And that's why transportation model comes into picture. Here, actually, we have just I am giving an example. Actually we have three different plants and we have three different markets. So plant A, in other words demand and supply matching, so plant A can sell this product to X, plant A can sell to Y or Z. So same way plant B can sell their product to X market, Y market or Z market. So we are trying to optimize the cost. So same way we need to understand the initial cost or initial solution has three method. The first method is northwest corner method. In simple terms, when we just see our compass, this is our north and this is our west, we start our solution from this corner, and that's why it is known as northwest corner method. The second method is least cost method. We are trying to start allocating a demand and supply from the lowest method or lowest cost. Then third is Vogel's appropriation method. Very interesting method I will teach you today in this video. If these three we find out, then we have some cost, and after that in question if they have said that find out the optimal solution, then there are two methods. The first is stepping stone method and second method is modified distribution method. So in this case I will teach modified distribution method. Here in transportation model you need to remember the sums can be asked of two types. The first case or first incident is demand and supply is equal. If your demand and supply is equal, it is known as a balanced transportation model. If demand is not equal to supply, it is known as unbalanced transportation model. Here we have to use dummy row or column to balance it, and then we have to solve it. I will teach you in my later part of the video. In this example, it is taken from Andy Vora, page number 9. Here, you just see here, these are our supply side, P, Q, R and S. And these are our demand side, that is A, B, C. This all are our cost. So always remember what is the first step to check. You have to check the total of supply and demand. In this case, obviously it is a balanced transportation model. I have checked. So here 500 plus 300, that is 800, plus 200, that is 1000. Similarly 180 plus 150 plus 350 plus 320, it will give me 1000. So this is the first step always you have to do to check whether demand is equal to supply or not. So in this case, yes, demand and supply are equal. Now it is our first method. I will try to solve it by our first method, and that is northwest corner method. So as I have shown you the compass, I am again drawing it. This is our north side and this is our west side. So obviously I will start from this corner. So 12 is my northwest corner, and I will start allocation of a demand and supply, and I will try to find the cost. So we will start from this corner. Here the cost is 12. So here my demand is 180 and my supply is 500. So obviously whichever is lower, consider that. So here 180 is lower, just allocate this demand. Here it would be 0 and subtract this 180 from 500 because we have allocated that much. So it will give me the answer of 320. Once here it comes 0, you cannot allocate to this both because you have allocated your full demand and it has been fulfilled by a supply. Now see again here, once this row has been closed out, the northwest corner for Q is this corner. So now allocate here 150 and 320. So allocate the minimum value, that is 150. Here it would be again 0. You cannot allocate to this both. And yes, subtract 150 from 320 because you are supplying this. So it will give me 170 here. So just write 170 now. Now again the same funda. This both has been whether allocated or the things or cost are scratched out. You have to not see here. So now here R, again the northwest corner is this. So here you have 350 and 170. Yes, you are correct. Minimum you can allocate. So allocate 170 here. Once you allocate, it would become 0. So obviously here supply is 0. You cannot allocate to this one. Subtract 170 from 350. So once you subtract 170 from 350, you will get 180. And now here you have a northwest corner. Because this is allocated, you cannot consider this. You have to consider this as your northwest corner. So here 180 and 300. So obviously you can allocate 180. Here it would be again 0. Subtract 180 from it, which will give 120. Here basically is 0, so obviously you cannot allocate anything to it. Now northwest corner is this. Here you have 120 and 320. So obviously you can allocate only 120. Here it is 0. Subtract 120 from it. Here it is 200. Obviously last column or last cell is your northwest corner. You just allocate 200 or remaining amount, and the true sense is you have demand and supply to be allocated. Then and then your sum is correct. So this is a basic process. Now important step is there. You have to find the cost of it. So here you have to write initial cost, that is equal to, see the allocated cell and cost. So 180 into 12 plus 150 into 10 plus 170 into 12 plus 180 into 8 plus 120 into 14 plus 200 into 7. Just do the calculation, you will get the initial cost. So you can see the calculation: 180 into 12 plus 150 into 10 plus 170 into 12 plus 180 into 8 plus 120 into 14 plus 200 into 7. So the answer or the initial cost is 10,220. So this is our cost as per northwest corner method.